following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee. Welcome into this Reaction Monday here on Main Street Sports. Today, coming up, we'll talk with Friendship Christian baseball coach. Just had a big honor. John MCNEAL will visit us. Also, big news, Columbia Academy Hoops. That will lead us off here in just a moment, so stay tuned for that. Also, PREDS and GRIZZ, one in the playoff, one trying to get in the playoff. We'll talk about those results. Ball, baseball, and college football portal. Oh, always a fun conversation. Now, to a couple of jolly guys themselves, the Hall of Famer Mo Patton and the Sundrop Kid from Alabama, Chris Yao.
Welcome in. It is Reaction Monday, and it is April 25th. Described by some in certain movies as the perfect date. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. And Mo, I have
a light jacket.
My light jacket.
Well, I may borrow that light jacket from you before the end of this show because
it's a little chilly.
I'm not sure about the not too cold. Maybe not outside. but in this studio.
Mo, you saying this studio did not get that note that today, the 25th, it's not April 25th in here. Is that what you're saying?
It's not April 25th in here. No, it's not. What is that? I know the movie.
Miss Congeniality,
There we go. Yeah, Sandra Bullock. Yeah.
Where Miss Rhode Island tells William Shatner. That's a tough one. I'd have to say April 25th. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
And you pulled that one out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in again. It is Reaction Monday, and our top story today is the opening tip as Mo doing what he does, breaking some news this morning. I saw it yesterday in the on the budget on the budget and the blocks, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? So I knew it was coming, so it didn't take me too much by surprise. But
it wasn't supposed to come today, but the timeline got moved up.
Clearly,
yeah.
Because Mo sent out the story this afternoon. Columbia Academy's Marty DeJarnett is retiring from his job at Columbia Academy as boys basketball coach to take a position as a principal in the elementary school at Columbia Academy.
The lower school, as they call it.
Yeah.
Lower school, upper school, K through 6. Yeah. Marty's been serving as assistant principal at the upper school for the past 3 years while coaching as well. And so now he's taking that next step and stepping away from the sidelines. And what a career it's been. 450 wins and a state title in 26 years at Columbia Academy. Also spent 3 years out at Cullioca between his first and second stint at CA. And great team this year, finished up 19-8, lost to Clarksville Academy in the region quarterfinals in Division 2A. And I tell you what, whoever steps in there,
so long as everybody sticks around, they're going to be in good shape.
So it'll be interesting to see who some of the names are associated with this vacancy and who eventually emerges. But I think that they will certainly draw some solid candidates, and it'll be. I mean, it's the end of an era.
It is a great era for Columbia Academy. Marty DeJarnett taking the position as principal at the lower school, meaning he will step away from the sidelines. So good luck to Pernell Knox and the athletic administration over there in what will certainly be a hot commodity job.
Yeah, so. I think I don't know how much luck they'll need, really. Because I think they will be in good shape. It's one of those deals where I don't think they can make a bad hire. I think they're going to have some really good interest in this. So
yep,
fascinated to see how that goes.
No question. It is Reaction Monday. We're going to get to reactions from over the weekend, Predators, Grizzlies, college baseball, and a lot more. But before we do anything else, we need to send it back to JP. JP, tell us what happened this weekend with the schedule and today's schedule, weekend's results on the rundown.
Here's the rundown.
Let's do it.
The Monday Rundown is brought to you by Zion Christian Academy, providing a Christ-centered college prep education at an affordable cost. Call 931-388-5731 or visit zioneagles.org to schedule an appointment for a tour today. All right, here we go. As we get the crawler going, one of many results over the weekend. High school baseball, it was Blackman 3-2 winners over Shelbyville. CAK 11-4 winners over Lebanon. Independence 11-6 over Centennial. Colioca put a 20 spot to McEwen's 8. Summit 1-0 over Dixon County. It was Fairview 10-0 over Creekwood. Columbia 4-1 over Franklin. DCA 8-7 over Franklin Road Academy. Clarksville Academy 6-0 over Friendship Christian. Glencliff with a pair of wins over Whites Creek 19-4 and 8-7. Good Pasture 10-0 over Mount Juliet Christian. Hendersonville 7-4 over Loretto. Murfreesboro Central Magnet falls to Marshall County from Kentucky 3-2, the final there. NBA 8-1 over Pope John Paul II. McCauley 4-0 over Lebanon. Murfreesboro Central Magnet 6-0 over Windsor, Missouri. Not from Canada, Windsor, Missouri. Ooltewah winners 7-2 over Mount Juliet. Forest 9-4 over Page. It was Portland 13-12 over South Warren from Kentucky. Green Hill 14-0 over Ray County. Beach 16-11 over Rossview. Green Hill 5-2 over Sequatchie County. Siegel 7-4 over Brentwood. Smyrna 8-6 over Spring Hill. Columbia Academy over Summertown 12-2. Montgomery Central down West Creek 11-1, and East Robertson 5-2 winners over White House Heritage. All of those on Friday. Saturday scores. It was Grace Christian Franklin falling to Archbishop McNicholas from Ohio. The final there 9-7. Middle Tennessee Christian 4-2 over BGA. Blackman 12-0 over Laverne. Bradley Central 8-5 over Lebanon. It was Clarksville 4-3 over Hopkinsville from Kentucky. Clarksville Academy shutting out Innsworth 10-0. Mount Juliet 9-7 over Cleveland. Columbia Academy 5-4 winners over University School of Nashville. CPA 12-5 over Waverly. Dixon County fell to Henry County 8-4 the final there. Green Hill 4-1 over East Hamilton. Ravenwood 9-5 winners over Franklin. Good Pasture with a pair of win over Gallatin 24-5, 12-5. Centennial 11-8 over Independence. John Overton falls to Stewart's Creek 12-1. Lipscomb Academy 12-6 over DCA. MBA 13-0 over McCauley. Eagleville a pair of wins over Mount Pleasant 17-0 and 14-2. Green Hill over Ooltewah 6-4. Rockville falls to Page 11-4. Ray County 4-2 over Wilsonstrom. Mount Juliet 12-1 over Soddy Daisy. Fairview down Summertown 5-3. Sycamore over East Robertson 5-1. Tullahoma down Smyrna 7-3. Upperman bested Friendship Christian 3-1. And Pope John Paul II shut out by USJ 10-0. Softball scores from over the weekend on Friday. Allen County, Kentucky 9-5 over Clarksville. It was Columbia Academy 15-0 over Grace Christian Franklin. Friendship Christian 1-0 over DCA. Portland 8-7 over Gallatin. Gallatin, though, did get a win over Brentwood 7-3 and over Camden 2-0. Huntland 6-5 over Cheatham County. Independence down Columbia 7-6. Riverdale falls to Warren County 8-7. Lexington shuts out Rockville 9-0. Smyrna, a pair of wins over Antioch, 19-0 and 20-1. Stewart's Creek falls to Hazel Green from Alabama. They tied 6-6. I guess the lights went out.
No, it's pool play in a tournament.
Pool play, yeah. Timing. They have on a time. It was Stewart's Creek, though, did get a win over Boyd Buchanan, 4-0. Summertown, big over Pope John Paul II, 18-0. And over Bishop McNamara from Illinois, 7-6. Waverly, 8-6 over Lebanon. Saturday scores include Clarksville with 3 wins over Trousdale County, 4-0. Allen County, Kentucky, 4-3. And Bishop McNamara, 6-2. They're from Illinois. Gallatin over West Creek, 6-5, and over Murfreesboro Central Magnet, 3-2. They did fall to Summertown, though, 5-0. Greenbrier over Covington, 9-3. Coffee County over Greenbrier, 10-5. Greenbrier did defeat Huntland, 8-3. Lexington over Stewart's Creek, 7-3. Beach down Summertown, 2-1, but Summertown did get 3 wins over the weekend, 7-0 over Lebanon, 5-2 over Waverly, and Clarksville 1-0. Warren County defeated Blackman 4-1. Waverly over Clarksville 2-1. And on the pitch from Friday, it was Stewart's Creek and boys soccer, by the way, 1-0 over Blackman. Fayetteville 8-0 over Colioca. Hunters Lane shutting out Greenbrier 5-0. Independence 3-0 over Smyrna. Green Hill falls to Laverne 2-1. It was Loretto 5-3 over Scotts Hill. Rockville 2-0 over Siegel. Spring Hill 3-1 over Giles County. Boyd Buchanan defeated University School of Nashville 3-0. Cookville 3-2 over Wilson Central. Watertown 2-1 winners over York Institute. In girls flag football, fun to have this on the rundown. This was at Brentwood over the weekend. It was Page 41, 32 winners over Brentwood, and Page also got a win 28-13 over Independence. Then Brentwood defeated Independence 28-21. At the Franklin site, Franklin 39-0 over Nolensville. Nolensville also fell to Fairview 39-20, and Franklin in a tight one over Fairview 19-6. And then at Ravenwood, it was the home team, or the host team, 21-7 over Summit. Centennial with a win over Summit 20-6, and Centennial getting a win over Ravenwood 25-13.
That Franklin win over Fairview, by the way, clinched the #1 seed for the Lady Admirals going into the upcoming postseason tournament.
The postseason, which will be held at
Nissan Stadium on May 7th.
Yeah.
That should be a lot of fun.
More on that on the website, mainstreetmurray.com.
Boom. All right, college baseball over the weekend. Tennessee sweeping Florida 3-0. Vanderbilt took 2 out of 3 at Kentucky, and I believe had a no-hitter on Friday night, I think.
Yes, combined no-hitter, Chris
no-hitter.
McElvain and somebody else.
Christian Little.
There you go. Anchor down. MTSU 2-1 in their series over La Tech. Jacksonville State, keep it cocky, took 2 out of 3 over Lipscomb at home. Belmont swept Purdue. That's right, 3-0. Southern University, Illinois, Edwardsville.
Yeah, it's SIU, not SU.
Is it? Okay, well, you get the point. That the team out of Illinois swept Austin Peay 3-0 over the weekend. Trevecca and Cedarville took 2 from each other in a 4-game set. Cumberland swept UT Southern 3-0. Chattanooga 2-1 in their series over Columbia State, and Cleveland State 2-1 in their series over Vol State. College softball over the weekend. MTSU lost 2 of 3 to UTEP. Central Arkansas took 2 of 3 over Lipscomb. Tennessee Tech swept Tennessee State in a 3-game set. Belmont the same to Morehead State, as did Austin Peay over Eastern Illinois. The Lady Vols Challenge.
These are scores.
Thank you. Lady Vols Challenge, not much of a challenge. Tennessee won them all over East Carolina, 8-0 over UNC Greensboro, 4-2, and again over East Carolina, 9-1. So those teams, I guess, failed the challenge.
Correct.
Failing great.
The rest of these are games.
Thank you very much. Division II, Trevecca took 2 from Cedarville in a doubleheader. Ohio Dominican took 2 from Trevecca in their doubleheader. Cumberland and UT Southern split a 4-game set. And Chattanooga State swept Columbia State in a 3-game set. Vol State took 4 from Cleveland State in 4 tries. NBA over the weekend, the Timberwolves tied the series up with a 119-118 win over the Memphis Grizzlies. Again, that series tied at 2 games apiece. Braves over the weekend, 3-0 winners over the Marlins on Friday. Marlins got the Braves on Saturday 9-7 and on Sunday 5-4. The Sounds lost their last game to the Knights.
They didn't. I forgot to put them in. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Sounds won 3-2 on Sunday because I was there.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Sorry.
The Knights won 5-1. I guess that was Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. What was the series on that one?
5-1.
5-1?
Yes.
Sounds?
Yes.
Like it. We like it. NHL, Preds, not a good weekend. They fall to Tampa Bay 6-2 and Minnesota 5-4.
In overtime.
And MLS, Nashville Soccer Club, falling to Los Angeles, 1-0 in their trip out there. Yes, you're waving at me.
Let's save the schedule for the final segment of the day. Let's go ahead and get to Coach McNeil as quickly as we can. This is a pretty long schedule, so we'll save it for the last segment since it's going right into it.
Okay, all right, we can do it.
So let's call that for now. Rundown part uno. Un.
Big one.
John McNeil, Friendship Christian baseball coach
And football coach.
joins us on the show. So stick around. Main Street Sports Day, presented by Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint. We'll be back after this. Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint treats your orthopedic injuries and existing conditions. Our trained physicians will get you back in the game faster. Contact us at 931-381-2663 or www.mtbj.net. Hey folks, while we take a quick break from the show, I want to tell you about our friends over at Custom Stone Handlers in downtown Columbia. Ed Rich and his team at Custom Stone Handlers believe in leadership. And outside of the military, our greatest leader building platform is sports. Custom Stone Handlers proudly encourages young people to get in the game. You can contact them today at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStonehandlers.com.
Jones & Lang Sporting Goods here in Columbia has been outfitting teams, officials, and anybody else from T-ball to college for 50-plus years. Be sure and check them out at 931-388-8060 or online at jonesandlang.com. Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Zion Christian Academy, ZionEagles.org or 931-388-5731. You can schedule your appointment. Go tour their campus. It is beautiful over there, and you're definitely going to want to see it. Again, it's ZionEagles.org. Give them a call, 931-388-5731, and schedule your tour today.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Tennessee, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint has been the official sports medicine provider for Murray County Schools for more than 40 years. We specialize in orthopedic injuries, and our Ortho Quick walk-in service lets you bypass the ER. Visit us online at www.mtbj.net. Welcome back in to Main Street Sports Today, presented by Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint. Chris Yao, Mo Patton, JP Plant on the controls, and we are glad to have you here with us on this Reaction Monday as we are getting a chance to bring in some exciting guests, and really happy that we get a chance to reach into some far out areas for us. I mean, we're down here in Murray County in Columbia, but it's all right because we get a chance to talk to some of our favorite folks from around the mid-state in this segment, Mo.
Going to have to introduce you to 840. It's not that far.
I mean, it's still 30 miles.
Oh, he was just saying, far out, man.
That too.
That's it. Hey, glad to have with us here on Main Street Sports today.
Presented by Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint.
Presented by Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint. A guy who, over my long years of covering high school athletics in Middle Tennessee, I feel like is one of the best coaches in the state in any sport. And apparently somebody over in Lebanon agrees with me, because on Saturday, the baseball facility at Friendship Christian School was named for John McNeil. It's now John McNeil Stadium, for a guy who has won 778 career ball games on the diamond, 3 straight championships, 3 state championships, and 11 tournament appearances. Was inducted into the TBCA Hall of Fame a couple of years ago, but also 266 wins and 3 state football championships.
Hmm.
So,
Look at there. Look at there.
a guy who pretty well knows how to divide his time, I guess, as much as anything. But John McNeil joining us here on Main Street Sports today. And Coach, appreciate you taking some time with us. I know you got a ball game here in a few hours, but thank you for coming on with us, and congratulations.
Well, thank you, and thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Maurice is right. We go way back. Probably I go a little further back than him, but he's been around as long as I can remember now. And when you get my age, sometimes you don't remember as far back.
I understand.
So,
you're absolutely right. But you've been at it for a long time, and I would think Saturday had to be a really special event for you. Obviously, you didn't get what you wanted at the end of the day with that 3-1 loss to Upperman, but other than that, that had to be a really enjoyable experience, I would think.
It was. I was thinking there at the end, we had bases loaded, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and I was thinking, this would be kind of a story, Cinderella story type deal where the day was special, and then win a game at the very end, but didn't work out that way. But had my family here, had a lot of my players, and just a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a long time. Had a lot of text and emails and phone calls from people that just wasn't able to make it. It was a Saturday, and a lot of people had other commitments because this was put out late, and so they didn't have time to plan. But as I told them, the field is named after me. But be honest with you, without the group of people are surrounding the administration of the school, believing in me over all these years, but also the parents who put blood, sweat, and tears in here and money to make this stadium what it is. And then, my coaches and my players and, my family backing me. You can't do it this long and not have all those things.
A few weeks ago, Coach, I got to attend the ceremony over at Lipscomb where they named the field for Ernie Smith. He's been retired for a couple of years now. So there's not the element of him coaching on the field that's got his name on it. What is that like, walking out there and seeing that?
I guess I'll kind of know as the season winds down and you look up and see it. And Ernie, I love Ernie. I coached at Lipscomb with Coach McAdams my first 2 years out of college, and Ernie was there. And Ernie also, it kind of dates him. He may not want me to say this, but he was coaching when I played at Good Pasture in high school. He was coaching, so he was another one that did a tremendous job, 2 sports, girls and basketball and then baseball. So kind of looked at him as the guy that was able to be successful in 2 sports. But I guess it's something that my family looks at a little different than me. I do think it's special. I'm not going to lie. I think it's something that down the road, it leaves. I'm able to leave something when I'm gone. When I walk away, when I'm gone, I'm done, finished. Even years down the road, that your name's on something that your grandchildren can see, and I think that as much as anything is about the family when it comes to that.
Speaking with Friendship Christian baseball and football coach John McNeil here on Main Street Sports today. Coach, how do you handle, obviously there are 2 different seasons and there's not a whole lot of overlap, but spring practice and that kind of thing. How do you handle football and baseball?
I'll be honest with you, I do feel, and I know there's different opinions out there, and that's fine. Everybody has those. I feel like my love for the game in both sports and football is a mental drain. I have more migraines, it's just a mental drain. Baseball is more of a physical drain, which I have now young coaches, and I don't have to do really any batting practice throw or take, hit and front go. I still do some, but I don't have to. And we got turf on the infield, so I don't have to rake and edge and do all that. So, I think it has helped me move from one sport to the other, and I'm ready. By the time baseball starts winding down, summer hits, I'm excited and ready to get into football. I do think that's been huge. I have a great staff that's able to keep the weight room going. Being a small school, most of our kids play multiple sports. We used to do spring practice many different ways. We would do it in January, which means you don't have your basketball guys. We would do it at night, come back after baseball. But now we have lights, so we play at night. We didn't then. And then I just started finding out, in 10 days, I got kids hurt. And some kids were pushing to get back for the season. I really didn't see, to me, we stayed in the weight room. We still do stuff. Our coaches will take who's not in other sports and do some things. But our 3 state championships, we didn't have spring practice. And I know there's a lot of people that can, they want to do it, and it's positive for them. For us, we've had success, and it hasn't been with us having spring practice.
Well, there you go. You do what works, and you've clearly had the success. Again, 3 state championships in football, 3 in baseball, and the one thing that I say, Coach, when I talk about you and the job you've done in football is I've seen Friendship Christian teams that have run the ball 40 times a game. I've seen them throw the ball 40 times a game, and I'm seeing you win both ways. And I just think, and I've said this on numerous occasions, but I don't know that I've said it in your presence, but I just feel like you do a better job of adapting to your talent than any coach that I can think of in this area.
I appreciate that. I think it's my job to adapt to my players. I'm not at a college level or pro level where I can, draft or get a player out of high school to come to fit my mold of what I like doing. I feel like in high school and a small school like ours, you have to take your personnel, you have to put them on the board. I went a few years where we had running backs at quarterback. I think that's our job as coaches to do that. I'm still wanting to learn and go, and I've got a trip planned to go to Georgia to meet with a coach on some things I saw that he did a video on that I liked, and I want to sit down and get some more information from him. I don't think you can ever stop learning. So I think with our personnel coming back, I think there's some things that he does that I like. So I just think that's our job. And you're right. We've been in state championships where we didn't throw it in. In fact, we threw it once in one of them, and that was once too many. And usually when I have those kind of teams with the running backs at quarterback, when we do throw it, it's because we got people just packing the box, and we're going for a touchdown. We don't ask them to just throw outs and hitches out there. We're going over the top because they've committed so much on the line of scrimmage.
Coach, I've been there. I can tell you, I have been there. We've run the Notre Dame box when I was in high school because we didn't have a quarterback. I get it. You just got to do what you got to do, and that's a testament to your ability to be able to do that. Speaking here,
I will tell you this: the semifinal game with Nashville Christian, never how many years ago that was. I guess going into the 17 state championship, I thought I had a great game plan. I started over coaching, and sometimes that's a mistake. And I thought I had a great game plan. And Nashville Christian at the time, of all the films I've seen, had not changed defensively. And at halftime, we couldn't do anything. And they did change. They went to a man-to-man. They had never played man-to-man to one safety. And I threw everything away in the trash can, and we went back and ran 2 or 3 basic plays we've been running all year. And I was like, it just shows you can out-coach yourself if you do try to do too much. And we were able to come back and win that game. So
Like Novocaine, give it time, always works.
John McNeil, the baseball coach at Friendship Christian. They just named the stadium for him over there over the weekend. And Coach, as much as you're coaching right now, I don't know how much of a chance you get to watch, but I know you've got a kid on the #1 team in the country in college baseball. You got to be proud of Jared Dickey and what he's doing up at UT.
You know, Jared has really he has made a name for himself. I think everybody knows, and you know, Jared, his dad helped us coach. He coached at Antioch High School for a long time. He was the baseball coach there, and he helped coach here. He's teaching at Overton now. But you know, Jared, I tell this story because he knows he's not ashamed of it. But me and his dad all the time were like, Jared, you're not getting your body ready. You're not ready for the next level. I know you're in the weight room. And the kids go, Coach, I'm in the weight room. Yeah, but are you really working? And Jared was just a kid that weight was an issue, but he was so good. He started for us as an 8th grader. He batted in the 3-0 as an 8th grader. And you would not have picked him out if I'd said, of those 9 starters, which one's 8th grader? He would have been one of the last ones. And UT posted a picture, and I don't know if y'all saw that, of one of the games of him. I think they took the worst one, though, at Friendship in his uniform. And when he got there, they really did not expect much from him because they didn't think he came in shape. And he changed. And you see him now, and you see how he's built and what they did with him. He always had the talent. And once he got his mind straight and did that. Now, the problem is he's hurt. And he's playing hurt, and they're going to evaluate now because they think there may be more than what they initially thought. And he's been trying to get through this, and that's why he's DHing more. He hadn't been really in the field a lot, and I think hopefully this week they're going to see if what they diagnosed early is more to it. And I hate that because he was so hot, but hopefully it won't be, you know, season ending. And then we have another young man at Alabama. And he's a freshman, Camden Hayslip. And, you know, we're very fortunate to have several players playing in the college level and at the highest level too.
It's just a testament to the success that you've had, Coach. And of course, having the field named after you has got to be nice, especially like you said, when it always looks perfect. The dirt is always perfect. The grass in the infield is always perfect. You can't beat that, can you?
Oh, no, you can't. And, you know, it's funny because some of my buddies called and said, hey, I didn't know you was retiring. I was like, I didn't either. What are you talking about?
Wait till you get breaking news.
Yeah, I mean, well, it hit me what they were talking. I mean, at first
Sure.
I was like, y'all know something I don't. And I said, no, you're right. Usually stuff like this happens after you have retired or after you're dead. And they went, yeah, we didn't really want to use that one. And I said, well, I'm glad you're not, you know. So, you know, it was a situation that was nice. And a lot of ex-players have really reached out. And, you know, I do this because of them. And I said that. I've had enough football, baseball, and, you know, these boys are my sons. I love going to their weddings. I love being able to see them become husbands and see them become fathers. And that's the joy I get out of it.
Well, we certainly appreciate all that you've done in your career, and I know that they do as well over at Friendship, and it's been remarkable.
Absolutely. Giving him his flowers while he can smell them. Friendship Christian baseball and football coach John McNeil with us here on Main Street Sports today. Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck tonight against Davidson Academy, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Guys, I appreciate y'all having me, and thank y'all for what you do.
Well, we appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break here on Main Street Sports today, presented by Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint. We'll react to some of the weekend's sports results and other things that happened in sports. So stick around. We'll be right back after this. Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint treats your orthopedic injuries and existing conditions. Our trained physicians will get you back in the game faster. Contact us at 931-381-2663 or www.mtbj.net. Hey folks, while we take a quick break from the show, I want to tell you about our friends over at Custom Stone Handlers in downtown Columbia. Ed Rich and his team at Custom Stone Handlers believe in leadership. And outside of the military, our greatest leader building platform is sports. Custom Stone Handlers proudly encourages young people to get in the game. You can contact them today at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStonehandlers.com.
Jones & Lang Sporting Goods here in Columbia has been outfitting teams, officials, and anybody else from T-ball to college for 50-plus years. Be sure and check them out at 931-388-8060 or online at jonesandlang.com. Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Zion Christian Academy, ZionEagles.org or 931-388-5731. You can schedule your appointment. Go tour their campus. It is beautiful over there, and you're definitely going to want to see it. Again, it's ZionEagles.org. Give them a call, 931-388-5731, and schedule your tour today.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Tennessee. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the TSSAA.
Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint has been the official sports medicine provider for Murray County Schools for more than 40 years. We specialize in orthopedic injuries, and our Ortho Quick walk-in service lets you bypass the ER. Visit us online at www.mtbj.net. Hey, welcome back in. It is Main Street Sports Today, presented by Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint. Chris Yao, Mo Patton here with you on this April 25th, the perfect date. It is. It's the perfect date. But we are.
You know, that sounds as stupid now as it did then, too. So,
I wanted to react, obviously, to the world of sports from the weekend. The Nashville Predators. Look, I tweeted on Saturday night. Tampa Bay had scored twice in like 5 minutes, and I'm like, pull UC now, pull him now, play him tomorrow. Didn't happen. Gives up 6. Doesn't play on Sunday. Minnesota had like 75 shots on goal, it felt like, because the Preds don't play defense at all, ever, in the zone, and can't handle the puck. They turn the puck over more than any team I've ever seen in my life, especially for one who has been as good as they are all season long. It's ridiculous. But, you know, I truly feel like had they swapped the starters, they at least get more than 1 point of the 4 over the weekend. Mm-hmm. Now, that's neither here nor there, but it does beg the question, if somehow the Preds collapse and do not get into the playoffs, John Hines has to be gone, but also David Poyle, right? Because Poyle can't hire the next coach.
I didn't think Poyle could hire this one.
Well, there's that. I mean, we all thought he was gone before. Once Laviolette got fired, they were going to give him the year and be done.
Yeah, and hire a GM to hire the next coach.
But that's not what they did. They allowed Hines to just continue in the job,
mm-hmm.
and it's been okay.
It's been okay, but when it hasn't been okay, it's been really not okay.
It's kind of like Dansby, good Dansby, bad Dansby. I mean, it's either really good or really bad.
Don't remind me.
So I mean,
this isn't the Brave segment. Stop.
Right, but I mean, it's there's no warm. It's either hot or cold. And right now they're cold.
And you see,
again,
I mean, is he tired?
He's tired, and they do not give him any help in the zone on defense. None. The Predators goaltenders, Pekka, UC, Rittich, none of them. They get no help from their defenders. This is why losing PK Subban was probably the biggest loss for this Predators team as far as the team is concerned, because
I guarantee you're the only person that would say that.
I'm telling you, he not only was he a great goal scorer as a defender, but he was the only person willing to actually defend in the zone. I mean, we're physical on the second line, but that's it. So when you've got your first line out there, you've got the Forsbergs and the Duchesnes, it's, you know, if you're not scoring, you're probably giving up goals, because that's your goal scoring line, right? The second line with Johansson and Janot and all of that, they're a little more physical, and they do a great job, but it's hard to watch this team play in the other team's zone for 2 periods almost.
What's really hard to believe is that you've got a team that's got 2 40 goal scorers that's fighting
to get in the playoffs
for a playoff spot.
Yeah. Minnesota's got 30
week.
goal scorers. I think I'd rather have that. You're right. I mean, as good as 2 or 3 individuals have been, this is not a good team. And to be honest, I'd just assume lose and not make the playoffs.
I can see that, because I mean, if you get in, and Pete Weber, who we hope to talk to tomorrow, is a proponent of saying, you know, just get in, and if you get in, anything can happen, and he's not wrong.
And we've seen that happen before.
But there is nothing, as you look at this team come down the stretch and struggle the way they have, that makes you feel like
anything
they can get in, they can take a breath, and then they can make a run. You know, there's nothing that makes you feel that way.
Nothing at all. Well, we took a little extra time with John McNeil, which I'm not upset about.
Mm-hmm.
So what we will do is push the Grizzlies and some college baseball back into the show a little bit. And we got plenty of time to do that, because, again, it's Reaction Monday. We're reacting the rest of the day. Let's take a halftime break, because big news in halftime. So stick around. Main Street Sports Today, presented by Mid-Tennessee Bone & Joint, returns after this. This is Chris Yao with Main Street Sports Today. Every show, Mo Patton and I welcome friends from all across the sports landscape, from high school coaches and reporters to national, college, and pro sports personalities. You never know who might stop by for a chat. AP Tennessee sports editor, 3-time Tennessee Sports Writer of the Year 2020 TSWA Hall of Famer. She covers the Titans, the Predators, the Grizzlies, college football, and hoops. Please make welcome Teresa Walker.
Former University of Tennessee, former Team USA Olympian, ex-Cy Young Award winner, R.A. Dickey. R.A., did I miss anything?
Man, that was sweet. Yeah, I need to listen to that before I go to bed every night. That was nice.
Has 5 sports Emmys. That's not bad for the other guy in Wham, Ryan McGee.
The other guy in Wham married the best looking girl, Bananarama. So the other guy in Wham had a pretty good life.
From preps to pros, we're taking on the sports topics you care about. Tune in across Main Street Media social platforms at 2 p.m. or on demand on your podcast distribution platform of choice. Welcome back in. It's halftime here on Main Street Sports Today, and Elon Musk has purchased Twitter. So this should be interesting. I'm expecting to just my Twitter to automatically tweet now, since it can self-driving cars and all. I'm just expecting it to read my mind and tweet at this point. Like that's what I'm hoping for anyway.
Maybe not just yet.
So what do you think of his idea about the edit button?
It's a terrible idea. It's the worst thing that could possibly happen on Twitter.
It's the retweets, right?
The only way you can have an edit button on Twitter is either limit the time in which you can edit, or once you edit, all retweets and favorites disappear.
Yeah, I mean, at first I thought Twitter needed an edit, but then when you make that next step and you think about the retweets and that kind of thing, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it just changes everything.
There's a lot that goes into that.
I mean, if you made a mistake, just delete it and start again, or live with it.
Exactly, because if you do edit something and all the retweets and likes go away, it's the same thing as deleting a tweet and starting again. So there's already an edit button. It's called delete.
Correct.
You can copy, paste, correct, tweet again.
Yep.
It's not hard.
Trust me.
I've done it plenty of times.
Yeah.
Plenty of times. And then there's some times where I'm just like, you know what? I messed up. It's what?
Second verse almost same as the first.
Almost, exactly.
Almost.
And sometimes you just leave it out there. I mean,
yeah, I don't have an issue with it. And so
I mean, I did one during this Marlins series. Ozuna was not in the outfield, and Duvall was not in the lineup, and I reacted to the fact that Ozuna wasn't in the outfield, but he was a DH, and had it pointed out. And it's like, you could delete it, but what's the point? Screwed up.
Yeah, it's fine. I've made mistakes before.
Once or twice.
It's totally cool. I'm good.
I can deal with it. I'm good.
It's like, matter of fact, USFL. Apparently, they are using kicker balls. All of us missed that. I said something.
I didn't miss it. I didn't know.
That's what I'm saying. None of us.
And including Reed Johnson, huh?
Well, no, this was apparently after that, but they're using that. This was after the first week. They started using kicker-only balls.
So they use kicker balls this weekend.
After our conversation about that.
Well, maybe that's why.
Yeah, could be. They were listening to this.
I did not see the report, but and so I mentioned something in a reply to someone, and they were like, "Oh, look, the guy who doesn't follow the league is coming in with breaking news," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, doesn't follow the league." Here's a photo of me at the game. Here's a podcast of me and Reed Johnson. But sure, I don't follow the league.
You don't keep up with it. Not at all.
I have a 14-month-old with an ear infection. I've not slept this week. Can we just calm down and not? Let's do this. Let's take a beat and not come after people. Maybe you say, "Hey, did you happen to see this article where they are using kicker-only balls?" No, I did not happen to see that article. Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate it. And let's move on.
Maybe this guy needed the Twitter, the new Twitter, Elon Musk, with the edit button. Maybe he needed that.
I mean,
or maybe he just needed the cloud of slapping down at Chris Yao 14.
I guess that's probably what it was. Because the 247 followers he had probably got a kick out of it.
Oh,
so
well done. To be the man, you got to beat the man.
There you go. It's always the ones with 247 followers, by the way. Oh, wait. Have I hit it? Hey, somebody out there, go follow me if you're not following, because I am at. Oh no, I hit 2,100 today. So
2,100.
Well, here's the thing.
Well done.
I was at like 2,075 this morning, and I tweeted a couple of replies, and next thing I know, all kinds of folks are following me, and I was
Going
like,
up.
whatever. So anyway, let's take a beat, as I said, and go to the second half. We're gonna talk a little Braves and more. Stick around. Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint treats your orthopedic injuries and existing conditions. Our trained physicians will get you back in the game faster. Contact us at 931-381-2663 or www.mtbj.net. Hey folks, while we take a quick break from the show, I want to tell you about our friends over at Custom Stone Handlers in downtown Columbia. Ed Rich and his team at Custom Stone Handlers believe in leadership. And outside of the military, our greatest leader building platform is sports. Custom Stone Handlers proudly encourages young people to get in the game. You can contact them today at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStonehandlers.com.
Jones & Lang Sporting Goods here in Columbia has been outfitting teams, officials, and anybody else from T-ball to college for 50-plus years. Be sure and check them out at 931-388-8060 or online at jonesandlang.com. Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Zion Christian Academy, ZionEagles.org or 931-388-5731. You can schedule your appointment. Go tour their campus. It is beautiful over there, and you're definitely going to want to see it. Again, it's ZionEagles.org. Give them a call, 931-388-5731, and schedule your tour today.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Tennessee, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Mid-Tennessee Bone & Joint has been the official sports medicine provider for Murray County Schools for more than 40 years. We specialize in orthopedic injuries, and our Ortho Quick walk-in service lets you bypass the ER. Visit us online at www.mtbj.net.
Time for the second half here on Main Street Sports Today. On this Monday, Reaction Monday edition, we'll have our This Day in Braves history, as Mo will tell us about some recent Braves. Also, we'll continue our conversation about what happened over the weekend, a lot of reaction as well. So stay with us here. Main Street Sports Today, the Monday Reaction edition, back to the Hall of Famer and Sports Writer of the Year, Mo Patton, and the Sundrop Kid from Alabama, who apparently does not know the first thing about the USFL. Doesn't keep up with it.
No idea.
Some on Twitter, no idea what in the world's going on. Happy second half.
Yes. Mo, I want to just throw this out there. The Reds finally won a game.
Well, glad somebody is.
Had not won a game since the series finale in Atlanta that I was at until yesterday when they defeated the Cardinals.
Your fault. It's all your fault.
You know, I had this long. The first game I ever went to, the Braves won 2-0. Andrew and Klesko hit solo homers. Maddox pitched, and it took us longer to get there than it did to watch the game. And then I had a string of like 10 or 12 games in a row that I went to that we lost. I mean, but the Rockies, when AJ Minter blew the save against the Rockies, I was sitting underneath the press box. And then I had a string of 2 or 3 that I went to that we won, but now we're back on the losing side. And apparently I'm streaky, so it's not a good idea for me to go.
No.
Maybe we'll wait.
No.
Wait till we're 5 or 6 games up in the division before I go back.
I think that would be an excellent. Heck yes, that would be awesome.
Oh man. So yeah, right now the Braves just not looking great. Still have yet to win a series on the year, falling twice to the Marlins after winning the series opener 3-0 on Friday. Right? Friday? Yes.
Yes.
Then falling 9-7 on Saturday, 5-4 on Sunday, despite rallying from a 5-1 deficit.
Kyle Wright, stopper.
Kyle Wright. We said it. I mean, and here's the thing. Bryce Elder pitched well. Ian Anderson was in line for a win, was winning 5-3. And then the bullpen of all people, Colin McHugh, with a couple of runs given up, and then
the night shift took the night off.
Well, we didn't get to the night shift. That was the problem. It was McHugh and O'Day before we could get to 7, 8, 9.
Oh, okay. So he's not part of the night shift.
I think the night shift is the 4. It's
Minter,
Matzik, Smith, and Jansen now.
Okay. All right.
It was Minter, Matzik, Smith, and Luke. But since Luke isn't in there, we throw Jansen. But I don't feel like our middle relief guys are that. And then, of course, Strider gets the loss, I think, on Sunday.
You're right. Yeah. And did not throw great.
Well, that's going to happen on occasion with a young guy. But right now, I mean, just like, last year we talked about how no team in the NL East was taking advantage of the Braves struggling. The Mets are taking advantage right now. They're 12-5, 5 games up on the Braves. And second in the division, Miami.
And if you're concerned with that kind of thing, then I guess it's concerning. I don't know how much attention I pay to the standings on April 25th.
I paid attention to the standings at all times. Just because right now, this Braves team is peanut butter, no jelly. Ham, no burger. Kool-Aid, no sugar. They can't put it together. When they get good pitching, they don't score runs. When they score runs, pitching stuffers. So you just watch this team and go, this is frustrating because we know what they're capable of.
That's it. That's the big thing. And, I kind of posted a tweet in frustration yesterday that kind of went counter to everything I've been saying. It's early. I get it.
I know.
So then I posted something about, losing another series to Miami at home and got some of my own medicine. It's early. It's like, I know it is. I get that. But you just feel like this team is better than they're playing. Heck, they even got a home run out of Alex Dickerson on Saturday with somebody on base.
I was going to say, and that was the first time that it hadn't been a solo home run since Austin Riley's 2-run shot to lead off the year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
ham, no burger.
Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. And in this situation, that's what the Braves are dealing with. Normally, over the last couple of years, I'd say Chicago's in town. It's time to get right. But at this point, I mean, they have the same record. So now I don't know who Chicago's played. So I'm not, they've certainly have not played San Diego and Los Angeles.
No.
But
here's the thing, though. I mean, to me, I'm not sure that the games really count until 13 gets back.
Well, they certainly count in the standings,
they do.
Unfortunately.
But I mean, I just don't know how you can judge this team
as a whole
this moment, because this team is not the team that you're going to go down the stretch with, hopefully.
Here's the thing. If I'm the Braves, if there is any way to get Ronald Acuna Jr. in a Braves uniform before May 2nd and the trip to New York, you get him in a Braves uniform before May 2nd.
I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, what is he? He's 5 for 14 with Gwinnett. He's doing everything. I mean, I'm not sure what it is that you're looking for out of him at this point that he's not doing from a medical standpoint.
What Snicker said was stretching him out defensively, playing a whole game on defense. They'd like for him to play 2 or 3 of those, but you can play 2 or 3 of those before you go to New York. So I don't know why you don't.
Well, I would think, I mean, May 2nd is what? Monday?
May 2nd is a Monday, yes.
So but that's a week from today.
Yeah, it'd be you've got 3 against Chicago, then you go to Texas, no off day.
Oh, okay.
No off days at all.
So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Chicago, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Texas, and then
Monday, Tuesday. It's a 4-game set in New York with a doubleheader because you got to make up those early season games. So you get a 4-game set with a doubleheader in there.
Well, then you get an off day.
Then you get an off day before you come back and play Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And it's at home. But you need him at New York.
Yeah, because you need to make a statement in New York.
And you certainly can't go in there and lose 3 or 4 and be 10 games down before May 5th.
Yeah.
Because then it gets a lot harder. I mean, 10 games is a lot.
At any point.
At any point.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's just my thoughts. Tell us what happened. Speaking of Ronald Acuna Jr., tell us what happened this day in Braves history.
April 25th, 2018, 20-year-old Ronald Acuna, the 2017 Minor League Player of the Year, according to Baseball America, makes his debut as the youngest player in the majors now that his eligibility for salary arbitration has been pushed back a year after the Braves delayed his call-up. His first major league hit comes in the 8th inning, and he scores on Kurt Suzuki's single to tie the game before Johan Camargo's RBI double in the 9th gave Atlanta a 5-4 win at Cincinnati.
Speaking of Johan Camargo, having a pretty good year for Philadelphia, isn't he?
You know, it's funny. You heard Coach McNeil talk about Jared Dickey and his body issues from time to time with that, I think he's the UT Jared Dickey and not the Friendship Christian Jared Dickey, because he's doing some good stuff in Philly, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, let's take a break. We will continue reacting to things that have happened over the weekend and today. So stick around. Main Street Sports Today, presented by Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint. We'll return after this. Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint treats your orthopedic injuries and existing conditions. Our trained physicians will get you back in the game faster. Contact us at 931-381-2663 or www.mtbj.net. Hey folks, while we take a quick break from the show, I want to tell you about our friends over at Custom Stone Handlers in downtown Columbia. Ed Rich and his team at Custom Stone Handlers believe in leadership. And outside of the military, our greatest leader building platform is sports. Custom Stone Handlers proudly encourages young people to get in the game. You can contact them today at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStonehandlers.com.
Jones & Lang Sporting Goods here in Columbia has been outfitting teams, officials, and anybody else from T-ball to college for 50-plus years. Be sure and check them out at 931-388-8060 or online at jonesandlang.com. Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Zion Christian Academy, ZionEagles.org or 931-388-5731. You can schedule your appointment. Go tour their campus. It is beautiful over there, and you're definitely going to want to see it. Again, it's ZionEagles.org. Give them a call, 931-388-5731, and schedule your tour today.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Tennessee. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the TSSAA.
Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint has been the official sports medicine provider for Murray County Schools for more than 40 years. We specialize in orthopedic injuries, and our Ortho Quick walk-in service lets you bypass the ER. Visit us online at www.mtbj.net. Welcome back in Main Street Sports Today, presented by Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint. Chris Yao, Mo Patton, JP Plant on the controls, and we are still reacting to all the things that happened over the weekend, including the Memphis Grizzlies, who, let's just say, were the victims of some questionable officiating on Saturday. But it wasn't just the Grizzlies, Mo. And the Mavericks, Dallas, Phoenix, and Memphis all had a chance to go up 3-1 in their respective series. All right, that's all the Western Conference.
Had a chance to go up
3-1. Their opponents shot 42, 40, and 42 free throws in all three game fours.
And their opponents all won those game fours, I assume?
The Jazz
get it to 2-2.
The Jazz shot 42 free throws compared to the Mavericks 23 and got away with a game altering no call on an offensive foul The Timberwolves shot 40 free throws compared to the Grizzlies 25, and the Pelicans shot 42 free throws compared to the Suns 15. Now, Mead Kendrick III, who is, per his Twitter, at Mead with an E, third, 3RD, a lucky husband and father, his kid's biggest fan. He loves Memphis, the Cards, and the Grizz, and he's a serious yacht rock enthusiast. Says,
and he admits it?
He got rickrolled, huh?
He says, I'm not a conspiracy theory guy, but I am a connect the dots guy.
Okay.
And these dots are pretty easy to connect, if you ask me.
They're pretty big fat dots, and they're pretty close together, aren't they?
I think, I mean, absolutely they are. So, look, the NBA has long been associated with some conspiracy theories to drive up television ratings. I mean, 1985 draft being the biggest. I mean, Patrick Ewing to the Knicks and all of that. So, look, the NBA is not above it.
So, given that, a guy that I follow on Twitter pretty regularly, at Hosey Nation, some folks are familiar with him. Has Adam Silver okayed the Nets being swept, or should I take them on the money line at -112?
Oh, there's no question you take them on the money line. There's no way they're getting swept. Well, they might. With Kyrie and that and the COVID thing,
make an example of.
Yeah, so you never know. But the NBA,
many a truth is said in jest.
No question. Absolutely, it's a legitimate question if you subscribe to connecting
dots.
And I do. It's in fact subscribe to connecting dots.
Well, I mean, sometimes there's really no other explanation.
Well, and is exactly. I mean, 100%. There's just not another explanation, because the Grizzlies, who have dominated this series outside of really 3 quarters, go into Minnesota, get a huge comeback win, and then out of nowhere, you're going to tell me they're fouling 31 times?
All right.
Why? Why would they do that?
They didn't do it the last game. Why are they doing it this game?
They haven't been doing it at all. That's the thing. I don't know how, Ja Morant, who never fouls, picks up 4. The starting 5 for Memphis had 6 personal fouls, 5 personal fouls.
Jaren Jackson fouled out on a call that was, they were talking about whether it was going to be a flagrant, and it shouldn't have been even a common foul.
So
on Cat going to the basket late.
You've got Jackson, Dylan Brooks had 5, Xavier Tillman had 5, Desmond Bane had 5, Ja had 4, Kyle Anderson had 4. Come on now. It's just the Timberwolves have the Timberwolves have set the physicality tone in this series, and the Grizzlies are the ones who are dealing with this.
Yep.
That doesn't make any sense. Just frustrating. I mean, if Desmond Bane doesn't hit 8 of 12 from 3-point land, the Grizzlies probably aren't in the game at all.
Right. Right. Because, I mean, it was a struggle from the start to be in that game, and they finally started to get some traction in the second half and in the fourth quarter and got it down. But every time they would get it close, there was a foul.
Exactly. And you can't, it is what it is. Memphis is
you know what, though? I mean, you say it is what it is, but the fact that we are having this conversation and the fact that we are clearly not the only ones having this conversation impacts the credibility of the National Basketball Association. Now, if they don't care, then that's fine.
They don't. Taylor Jenkins, great quote. I've never seen a more inconsistent and arrogant officiated game.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's never seen certain people around here then.
I think he means it's a professional level.
Okay. I'll take what hit's coming my way.
Well, you know there's a hit coming his way.
That Dylan Brooks and John Morant have said, we'll take care of, Coach. You don't worry.
Hey, you over there.
Yeah, we need a ding.
You need a ding on that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ja and Dylan. So anyway.
A GoFundMe for Taylor Jenkins is fine.
Whatever we got to do.
Yeah.
Couple of things otherwise. Tennessee baseball trolls Florida.
Where did they get Gator football helmets?
Listen, Saturday Down South has a story.
Well, of course.
Oh yeah. I mean, if there's anybody that's going to have this particular story, that
it's Saturday Down South. Yeah.
So apparently, that's where they had to shower, was in the football stadium. So
they just leave helmets out laying around?
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, so tell me this then. Where was that picture? Because I thought it was on the bus.
The picture looks like it's inside of an equipment room. There's a mesh wire atop them.
All right, my bad.
But even so Tennessee, if for those who can't see or don't know, Tennessee baseball players took a photo wearing Florida football helmets after their 11th inning win on Sunday. So I thought that was great. You know, that's what Tennessee's going to do. I'm certainly interested to see if something comes of it. I mean, other than, hey, equipment managers, do a better job locking up the equipment.
Yeah.
I mean, if Tennessee comes in and does that, you know, if they come in and win, they're gonna mess with us.
Out your wife, out your kids.
Yeah, kind of thing. So anyway, Tennessee with a big sweep, and they become they now hold the record for the best start in SEC baseball history. Arkansas fans, by the way, who have been trash talking to no end all season long, lost their series to Texas A&M over the weekend, and a Tennessee fan said, "You've lost more SEC series than we've lost games, so maybe just don't talk. Maybe just wait till we play each other before you do any talking."
Wow.
Blade Tidwell, great job in place of the injured. Which one is it? It's not Burns. It's the Saturday guy. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
I can't either.
Anyway.
It's not Burns?
It's not Burns, and it's not
start with a D.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Nonetheless, Blade Tidwell gets the Saturday start, does a great job, gets the win.
That's a heck of a luxury when you lose a Saturday starter and you can plug in a guy who's
probably going to go in the
projected
first
as a first rounder.
That was the exact phrase I was about to utter, Mo. What a luxury. I mean, it's you know, fool's gold or riches. What's the phrase that I can't utter right now? But
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
But I mean, for all those that thought that Vitello was going to leave last year, why would he have left this? So,
and then of course Tony V got to come back on Sunday too.
Yeah, he did a post-game interview. Said there's a lot of pressure because after winning the first two games, I didn't want to come back and screw anything up,
and nearly did.
Right,
they almost got beat. So hey, Chase Burns is the other. Burns and Beams are the two that are starting. So who's the other one? I don't know who the other one is.
But the other one is Blake Tidwell, apparently.
Saturday starter, new Saturday starter, Blade Tidwell. So there you go. Interesting that Tennessee is now the SEC record holder, 17-1. That's insane. Did not
really
see
is.
that coming.
It really is. I mean, to win 6 straight series at any point in the SEC season is pretty amazing, but to win 6 straight to open the season is even more so. Christian Moore named the SEC Freshman of the Week this week, and Vanderbilt also got some weekly hardware. Is that right?
Yes, Pitcher of the Week, Summit product and former Spartan standout Chris McIlvain named SEC Pitcher of the Week. So well done. Who was part of that combined no-hitter that you were talking about earlier, JP?
Anchor down.
Well, they won 2 of 3 against Kentucky. So
don't sleep on Vanderbilt. Listen, earlier we had this conversation about which is worse for Vanderbilt fans, the way Vanderbilt's playing or Tennessee, your rival, is doing this. And for me, it was what Tennessee's doing, because I'm not worried about Tim Corbin and Vanderbilt. And for them to be under the radar, I think that's really
It's a
scary.
good thing for them.
That is scary for opponents for Vanderbilt as you get in the postseason.
Chase Dollander.
You said D. Started with the D.
I forgot that they got 2 chases. Well,
Oh, you're right.
now they've got 1 chase.
They've only got 1.
Yeah, so.
Belmont went to West Lafayette, took 3 from Purdue. By the way, Purdue is not, it's not like Purdue is a bad team. They're 22-13 on the year.
And it's interesting. Purdue, I believe, has a kid from Dixon County up there.
Interesting. Well, Jalen Borders got the win on Sunday. Kyle Brennan with the save.
CCCHS. Kyle Brennan from Centennial.
And on Saturday, an absolute drubbing, 11-1, with Joshua South getting the win for Belmont. And then on Friday, I can't tell you because it's 404 page not found.
Oh.
So I have no idea what happened on Friday.
Bad link, huh?
But yeah, I mean, to go to Purdue, a Big Ten Power 5 team, and win 3-2 on Friday with Andy Bean getting the win, who's 6-1 on the year, handed Jackson Smeltz his first loss for the Purdue Boilermakers. That's impressive. Well done, Belmont baseball. There you go. Give them a hand. Joshua South named OVC Pitcher of the Week for Belmont, by the way. The junior right-hander went 7 innings against Purdue on Saturday, allowing just 1 run on a solo homer in the 2nd inning. Preseason Pitcher of the Year twice. Collected 3 strikeouts and issued just 2 walks, a Cookville native. So
Purdue slipping to 22-13 with that loss.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
They were 22-10 coming in.
Yeah.
And Belmont went up there and just...
I don't know how they're playing a non-conference series in the middle of Big Ten play. Do they have an odd number of teams or something? It's not everybody...
Well, yeah, technically. If you're 12, there's only 11 others.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Yeah, but...
Total, though, if you've got an even number of teams, everybody can play everybody.
Yeah.
That is an odd number.
I don't know.
That is an odd thing. I was wondering that myself.
Thank you, JP.
It shouldn't matter. if
I
there's
almost
an odd
listened to
number.
this guy.
Well, it doesn't matter if there's an odd number or not. Depending, I mean, if they play a 12-week conference season, then there's going to be one weekend where you don't have anybody.
Each team may get a weekend off of conference play. That could be the thing.
So, I think most every conference is doing that nowadays. I don't know, but anyway, let's take a break because we got a couple of things to clean up here. before we get out of here.
Speaking
We also
of
got to
sweeping,
tell folks
We got
what games are tonight.
that's right. We have the schedule coming up on the other side and a reminder of where we will be tomorrow and how you can come hang out with us.
Without question.
So stick around. Main Street Sports Today, presented by Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint, comes back after this. Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint treats your orthopedic injuries and existing conditions. Our trained physicians will get you back in the game faster. Contact us at 931-381-2663 or www.mtbj.net. Hey folks, while we take a quick break from the show, I want to tell you about our friends over at Custom Stone Handlers in downtown Columbia. Ed Rich and his team at Custom Stone Handlers believe in leadership. And outside of the military, our greatest leader building platform is sports. Custom Stone Handlers proudly encourages young people to get in the game. You can contact them today at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStonehandlers.com.
Jones & Lang Sporting Goods here in Columbia has been outfitting teams, officials, and anybody else from T-ball to college for 50-plus years. Be sure and check them out at 931-388-8060 or online at jonesandlang.com. Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Zion Christian Academy, ZionEagles.org or 931-388-5731. You can schedule your appointment. Go tour their campus. It is beautiful over there, and you're definitely going to want to see it. Again, it's ZionEagles.org. Give them a call, 931-388-5731, and schedule your tour today.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Tennessee. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the TSSAA.
Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint has been the official sports medicine provider for Murray County Schools for more than 40 years. We specialize in orthopedic injuries, and our Ortho Quick walk-in service lets you bypass the ER. Visit us online at www.mtbj.net.
For a tour today. All right, welcome back into Main Street Sports Today. The rundown continued on this Monday, brought to you by Zion Christian Academy. All right, let's see where we are. All right, schedule for today in high school baseball. We've got Stewart's Creek at Cane Ridge at 4. At 4:30 is Harpeth at Webb School. Also at 4:30 you'll see East Nashville at Whites Creek. It's Columbia Academy at University School of Nashville. Also Glencliff at Maplewood at 4:30. Pearl Cone will welcome Stratford. At 5 o'clock, first pitch, we'll see Hampshire at Colioca. Kenwood hosting Stewart County. GCA at Nashville Christian. Franklin Road Academy at Providence Christian. Also Macon County at Watertown. 5:30, Santa Fe and Wayne County. Columbia hosting Riverdale. Also Good Pasture will be at Eazell Harding. Also at 5:30, Clarksville Northwest will be at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Zion Christian at Franklin Classical. Westmoreland will host Clay County. East Robertson will be at Trousdale County. At 6, we'll see Mount Juliet Christian versus Clarksville Academy. At 6:30, a slew of games, including Hillwood at Murfreesboro Central Magnet. Also, it is Rossview at Clarksville. Franklin at Brentwood. Laverne hosting Antioch. Springfield at West Creek. Lawrence County welcomes Marshall County. Page at Lincoln County. Friendship Christian hosts Davidson Academy. We talked to their coach earlier today. White House Heritage at Joe Burns. Ravenwood welcomes Summit Tullahoma in Spring Hill this evening. Tennessee Christian, Middle Tennessee Christian welcomes BGA. 7 o'clock tonight, Portland and Montgomery Central Creekwood hosting Greenbrier. Summertown heads south to Loretto at 7 o'clock. And Centennial at Overton, Eagleville, and Moore County also will face off today. Check your front office for game times. Softball today. 3 o'clock should be maybe, I don't know, second, third inning by now. Columbia Academy at Baylor. At 4 today will be Hillwood at Glencliff, 4:30. Davidson Academy at Good Pasture. Also at 4:30, you'll see Ravenwood at Brentwood Academy. You will also see DCA at Clarksville Academy. Father Ryan welcomes Endworth. St. Cecilia Academy at Webb School. At 5 o'clock, Friendship Christian hosts Nashville Christian. Loretto at Collinwood. Ezel Harding host Grace Christian Franklin. Mount Pleasant at Colioca. Also at 5, Middle Tennessee Christian hosting FRA, that's Franklin Road Academy. Greenbrier at Montgomery Central. Wayne County welcomes Colioca. Franklin Road Christian at Zion Christian at 5:30. A pair of games include Mount Juliet at Dixon County, Westmoreland at Springfield. At 6 tonight, Clarksville hosts Henry County, Centennial at Laverne, Eagleville at Moore County. It is Station Camp versus Gallatin. Columbia is at Lincoln County at 6:30 tonight. Blackman also at 6:30 hosting Nolansville. Giles County as well versus Lawrence County, and Smyrna at Page also at 6:30 tonight. On the pitch in boys soccer for this Monday, MLK at Davidson Academy at 5. Other 5 o'clock first touch includes CPA at Ensworth, Maplewood at Gallatin, and Spring Hill welcomes Columbia Academy. Lawrence County is at Loretto at 6 tonight. East Robertson is at STEM Academy, also 6, as is Richland hosting Colioca. Clarksville is at Springfield at 7 tonight, as is Franklin at Page, and Sycamore and Portland also will be playing. Those are your scheduled events for high school sports today. On the rundown brought to you by Zion Christian Academy. Gentlemen.
Score in the bottom of the third. Columbia Academy and Baylor softball. No score. Scoreless.
So is there a score?
There's no score. There is
no
scoreless.
score. Yeah. So
well done.
There we go. Thanks to friend of the show, Columbia Academy Athletics Director Pernell Knox, who is actually on site.
Oh, in chat?
In chat.
In Chattanooga?
Chattanooga.
Yeah. There's no extra in there. It's just Chattanooga.
According to the broadcast team on that NCAA tournament game, yeah. Chattanooga.
Oh man. Couple of things we want to mention real quick before we get out of here. Tomorrow we will be on site at the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame. We would love for you to come by and say hello during the show. We will be there live from 2 until the show ends. Sometimes on Tuesdays we go a little longer than 3:30, so we will have Top 5 Tuesday for you, and it will be a lot of fun. But we will be at the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame, and then
tell them why.
Following that, you can come check out the Atlanta Braves World Series piece of metal and have your photograph taken with said piece of metal.
So what time is the actual trophy going to be in-house?
It's from 12 to 3. It is at the Country Music Hall of Fame. So you can go beforehand, go take your picture at the Country Music Hall of Fame if you'd like, then come hang out with us, or you can come hang out with us, and then at 4 o'clock it will be available at Bridgestone Arena, and
it'll be there from 4 to 8 in conjunction with the PREDS game. Who are they playing tomorrow?
The PREDS have not Calgary.
It might be Calgary.
It might be Calgary. It is Calgary. Yeah. I was like pretty sure. Maybe not.
Chris has proven today that he cannot be trusted, because during the last break, we found out that the Big Ten actually does have an odd number of teams, because Wisconsin does not play baseball.
Does not play baseball.
Who knew?
No Badger, no baseball.
Haven't for 30 years.
That's amazing.
That's what's wild is we didn't know that.
Which, I mean, it's Big Ten baseball. Who's paying attention anyway, right?
Can we get an amen?
We got a ding.
It'll work. There's that. So, yeah, come out, hang out with us, and we'll be at the Preds game. JP and I will be at the Preds game tomorrow night. So, Mo will be at the Independence and Columbia soccer match. So, if you want to go hang out with Mo, that's cool too.
And folks, that's why he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it's we're slackers.
We do need to mention before we get out, though,
Marcel Reed.
Congratulations to Montgomery Bell Academy junior quarterback Marcel Reed, one of the top 2023 quarterback recruits in the country. He's taking heed of someone's plea to come to the SIP.
I would too if I was taking pictures with the coach in a Rolls Royce the day before my commitment. It was the least climactic. You could have just put the helmet up there before you sat down, buddy. We knew where you was going. But we appreciate that.
Oh, Marcel Reed and Lane Kiffin.
The quarterback whisperer, man, I will be excited to see what Lane Kiffin is able to do with that kid because he's got all the talent in the world.
Mm-hmm.
He has all the talent.
He's got all the talent in the world. He's the son of a coach.
Understands the game really well.
I mean, he's got a lot going for him. Very athletic. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does down in Oxford as well. It'll be interesting because his sister, I think, works in the recruiting department at the University of Alabama. So,
well, at least they won't be too far apart.
Yeah.
Could be closer if he were at State, but
yeah,
they won't be too far. So Coach Reed can get down there and see both of them in one little swoop.
There you go. And he can make a run through Dreamland at the same time.
He go make a run through Dreamland, make a run through Tuscaloosa, then Oxford, and then come back up and and go through the rest of the world. If he wants to go to Memphis and hang out, he can, and then head back to Nashville. It's a pretty solid trip.
Rod Reed's kind of living his best life right now.
Probably is. Blessings in disguise. I tweeted about that today. Today is the day that I found out that I was being eliminated. So April 25th, the perfect date.
In more ways than one, all right?
Here's my light jacket.
3 times today, Mo. 3 times.
Hey, we started the show with it.
I'm not mad at it.
We ended the show with it. It's kind of like Johnny's daddy was taking him fishing. It's such a... It's so good you got to start and end with it.
Well, you can't go wrong with old Sandy.
Well, no, because it's the perfect date. It's April 25th. It's perfect.
Absolutely.
I don't know what else you want from me. Come hang out with us tomorrow, Top 5 Tuesday. We'll see you at 2 o'clock.